Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play The Witcher 3! Yes indeed, I know I promised you a week-long session, or week-long Attila Fest, but I had to play some Witcher 3. I had to get some Witcher 3 in there. I'm itching to play, so I decided that Wednesday, today, when you will be seeing this, I wanted to play some Witcher, but on Thursday, Friday and Saturday, normal service will be resumed and you'll be getting some more Attila, so fear not. But today is Witcher Day, just to satiate my hunger for the game. Right, so for the next 5 to 10 minutes I'm going to be doing a lot of talking and not a lot of playing, so if you want to jump into the playing then just skip forward. If you're interested to hear what I've got to say, then carry on listening. The first thing that I want to say is in relation to a recently released patch. Now, a patch was released a couple of days ago, just as I returned from holiday. I haven't looked at any of the previous patch notes for this game. I haven't noticed anything majorly different, but I decided, for whatever reason, to check out the patch notes for this version, and it's a good job I did, because there's been a few handy little things in the patch that have been implemented. So I just want to go through those, the ones that are most beneficial to us, very quickly for those of you that aren't aware of them. Now, most of them involve the inventory, and the changes are going to make our life a little bit easier. First of all, the biggest change that we can notice is that there is now a separate tab for books. No longer will the books clutter up your usable items tab. We now have a separate place for books. And we can now easily tell what books we have read because they are greyed out. So all these books that are now not greyed out, we can instantly tell that we haven't read them. Very handy indeed. So that makes things a little bit easier. We could sort our items last time, but now we can filter the sort by what we want. That's handy. All craftable items are now 0 weight. They only weighed a tiny smidgen of a bit before, but now they are completely 0, so that makes life a smidgen easier when it comes to managing our inventory weight. But perhaps the biggest thing to make you loot whores that little bit happier, or should I say a lot happier, is the addition or the implementation of a stash. Feel your bags bursting at the seams and you can't figure out what it is you want to sell, because you never know, folks, things could come in handy. A looter's prerogative, you never know, it could come in handy in the future. We can put those items away in a chest, in a stash, and they will remain there for the duration of the game, and we can go back to them if we want. So no longer do we have to feel pressured into selling things that we don't necessarily want to sell. We don't have to drop things that we don't want to drop. We can place them in a stash for safekeeping. Great stuff. Great stuff. We have one here in Crow's Perch and one here in, I think this is Novigrad. So that is a very, very nice addition. So we no longer have to pull our hair out when we're bursting at the seams like I am now. Because some of the items we can stash away. So I thought that was very handy. So those are some of the main changes to the inventory added by the current patch, which I thought were pretty handy. What else have we got? Apparently, if we go to the options screen, we have also some kind of an alternative movement response for Geralt. Now, I haven't tried this yet, so I don't know what it does, and I couldn't find anything on the information. Standard, that was the old style movement. We now have alternative, so I'm going to try that to see what the difference is. Not sure, but will it be better or worse than the old movement response? We'll soon find out. And the final thing, the biggest bugbear of the whole patch, was that it reset all the graphical options. So this is also a bit of a tester session to see if I've got the graphical options balanced again, because, well, it took me ages to tweak the graphical settings to get them nice and smooth and looking good. and I've just gone off memory, so I might not have got them exactly as they were before. But I mean, it still looks nice and pretty. I'm getting about 52 frame rates per second. Not quite 60, but I'll take it. So we'll see what happens. And the final thing, and I can finally commence playing the game. Actually, two things. In fact, no, forget the first thing. I just downloaded a whole leap of downloadable content that came free with the game that I didn't realise that I hadn't got installed. So we've got some new content to look forward to. And the final thing, you're going to be asking, why the hell are we here and where are we? Because in the last session we ended in Mid-Cops after killing Jenny of the Woods. Well, after the last session had finished, I decided that I hadn't done playing the game. I wanted to just play a little bit longer before going on holiday. So I did some of my off-camera stuff, i.e. just exploring a few undiscovered locations, and I sort of went here and here and here and here and down here just to do the undiscovered locations in and around this particular area. There's one more left to find as well. And whilst I was here, this was an abandoned site, and after liberating it from the bandits, I accidentally picked up a quest. So rather than completing that quest, I decided to instantly stop playing and resume today's session at that quest, so you don't miss anything. What is that quest, you ask? Well, here it is. After we liberated the abandoned site, we found a weeping woman. She explained that her betrothed had gone into the woods to check his traps but never returned, and she's fearing the worst. So we're going to look for him. Ever the helpful character that we are, we're going to go and try and rescue this damsel in distress's husband. So let's get cracking. So as I say, this could be a bit of a tester session in terms of the graphical settings, which I've had to tweak again because they reset, and check out some of these new features. Now we have some footprints here leading into said woods, so let's find out what happened to her husband. But you can bet your bottom dollar he's gonna be dead. Not that we told her that, but we're not holding much hope for the chap. There's one thing I want to try in the next battle. Apparently, if you hold down the block button, which is the left trigger when you're in battle, and you press left or right, you can actually quick select what sign you have on rather than using this menu. Somebody told me that on Steam. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I'm certainly going to give it a try, because having to bring up the radial menu every time you want to choose a new sign is a little bit laborious. So if we can certainly quick select a sign by using that button pressing feature, that will be very handy. We got level 10 wild dogs. Yeah. And they are standing over a dead body. Yes, look, I'm selecting signs. I'm selecting signs. It works. It works. Cool. I can quick select a sign now. Thank you.
Come on, come closer.
Insane Knight, for giving me that tip. No more quick menus for me. Come on, you mutts. Getcha. Come on. Trouble is, you've got to figure out where the sign you want is, but I'm sure I'll get used to it eventually. Come on, mangy beasts. Ah! I was doing so well. Wow. Some grilled chicken and a swallow potion, and everything will be alright. Uh-oh. This is probably her husband.
Won't have good news for the woman. Wild dogs killed her man.
Yeah. We couldn't see that coming, could we, folks? Doodle-dee. Oh, that's made me so happy. Quick selecting signs. It's amazing how simple things in a game make all the difference. Like some of these, some of these patched inventory changes just make life just a little bit easier. It just takes away some of the burdens that you suffer when playing. I don't know if it's just me or it's the fact that I haven't played this game for a while, but it's looking rather beautiful. Anyway, I better stop sounding so chirpy. I've got some bad news to deliver. She knows.
You didn't find him?
No, I did, but...
Nay, don't say it. It's clear from your face. Please, take this coin.
Sorry, love. But I'm not going to accept it. Sorry for your loss.
Can't accept this coin. I'm sorry I wasn't able to bring him back alive.
Might I at least fetch his body?
Wouldn't advise it. It's dangerous. If you decide to go anyway, it's near his snares.
Thank ye. Farewell.
Farewell, lovey, farewell. Love's cruel snare. She's going to go against our wishes to bring her husband's body back. How the hell is she going to drag it or carry it? Who knows? She knows. She's got a plan. Okay, so we do have a merchant here. We do have blacksmith tables, but not a blacksmith.
Where'd you come from?
We've also got floating items. Very bizarre. Gonna enhance my armor and weaponry. Summon Roach to my side, and then we're gonna explore the last undiscovered location over here. Then we're going to return to to Crow's Perch. Just want to check the notice board. It's still in yellow. Don't know if there's any new quests available. Then I'm going to sell some of my stuff to the blacksmith. And then I'm going to check out this stash and see what it's all about and see where it is exactly.
See, you're a man well travelled. So tell me, should I beat me wench once speak, or often?
So yes, the world is looking rather marvellous right now. Performance-wise, is good. So we're back into the swing. I think.
Giddy up. Not so fast, Roach.
Not so sure now.
Hey, yeah.
Sorry, just looking at a few things. Maybe I should have done this off camera before I started the session, but I wanted to jump right in. It's like 11:30 at night, or it's already getting late, so I just couldn't wait any longer. But I can see in the distance there's like a line, like a draw line, and as you're going up, things come into focus. I don't like that. So that's probably the depth of field or something. Possibly. What the hell is that creature? How did he get off? How did he get off, Roach? B.
Whoa!
There we go. It's a water hag! And she's ready for action! Looks like she was immune to Axie.
Die.
They hit hard, so Quen is definitely essential. And don't get too greedy. I mean, I could probably use a bomb or two. She's staying at range, you see, so I could use a bomb. Did I hit her? Not a chance. Alright. Where is the treasure? Lovely. Okay, calm
Faster.
down, calm down. There we go. So we're going to head to Mid-Copse, to the fast travel point, then get ourselves over to Crow's Perch, and take it from there. Whilst cantering through the swamps. Probably not the safest place to be, so we'll see if we can find the road. Or something that resembles a road. In fact, is this Mid-Copse here? Or a random farm?
Slow now.
Okay, here we are. Crow's Perch. First order of the day is to head to the I think it's an armourer, actually, not a blacksmith. Head to the Dwarven Armourer and
Quite the work my man's got, eh? Not half bad. Brought him a bucket of peelings yesterday.
sell some wares.
He's not scared.
Lifeless, move it! That seems past my grave.
Said a hag to a hag. Now here's a start.
Check the notice board. There is a new contract. Beast of Oniton. There's a vile and dangerous spook, beast or devil of sorts, causing no end of trouble near our village. We promise our profoundest gratitude and a sizable reward to any brave lad who can slay it. Speak to the Elderman for more information.
How may I assist you?
I want to check out some of your wares, please.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Right, so yes, as you can see, plenty of stocks here, plenty of wares and all that sort of jazz. But we just want to sell, and he's got 524 coins. So, this leads me to the next. Well, I'll go over it in a minute. I'll just sell some of the common stuff, I think. So like named swords, I know we could sell it for a decent amount of coin, but why not just stash it away? Keep all the named weapons for a collection. Almost like Elwyn with his museum. A story to tell the kids. Where did you get that, Daddy? This great sword. As if the Witcher's going to have any children, but you know what I mean. Something to tell somebody who's interested. Right, we're not selling that. That's a little bit better than my current armour, but it looks horrendous, so I'm selling it. We're going to keep that in case we need to dress up in any future endeavours, along with the shoes and the trousers. These are better than my trousers at the moment by a smidgen as well, but they do they look good on? We'll soon find out, won't we? Fashion parade time. Hunting trousers, they're not too shabby either. In fact, they might be better than these. They are 4 better. They're 19 armour. These are 20 armour. They won't look as bad as them either, but they don't have as good resistances. These gloves, Assassin's Gauntlets, are certainly better than my current ones. In fact, I like these. I'm going to put those on. 11 armour, 18 armour, so we'll sell them. Sell that. Blinders, hunting gauntlets, saddle, and that's it. So we've certainly lightened the load a touch. Okay, thank you. When we repair our items now, before you couldn't tell what you had equipped and what you didn't. Now it highlights all the items that you have equipped, so you can quickly see exactly what weapons and what items you need to repair as a priority. Another handy little feature, I'm sure you'll agree. And as you can see here, my forgotten Vran sword is quite buggered, so let's get that repaired. Anything above 90% is quite alright with me. So that's another little handy feature with the latest patch. So, as I say, quite a few little changes in the game which make things easier, which is always a welcome bonus.
So long.
Now, can you remember, was it the last, well, when it was the last session for me, because I played one big mega session to get some videos for you to watch while I was away, but when we were in the cave with Kira, wandering in the dark, that quest line, when we'd finished in there and came out and did all the rest of the session and the killing Journey of the Woods, whilst playing this LP of my own, what I'm also doing is I'm watching a couple of other LPs playing the game. I'm watching Zemalf's and I'm watching Christopher Odd's playthroughs. And the reason why I'm watching those at the same time I'm playing is to see A, what they do and what choices they make, and B, I'm also seeing if I've missed anything. So I play a particular section, and then once I finish that particular section or quest line, then I'll watch them play it. And if they take a different route to me and start doing stuff that I haven't seen, then I'll pause watching their LP until I get to that point. So I'm not spoiling anything for myself, but what I'm doing is re-watching parts that I've already done. And I noticed that in the cave, during the wandering in the dark, there was a couple of hidden areas that I didn't find on my first time through, but I noticed Christopher Odd stumble across them. So I backtracked off camera and checked those places out to get the loot. And one of the things which I got was this Malgrim sword. And as you can see, it's quite a bit better than the current sword I have. 36 more damage. It gives us Intensity to Quen, which we're using quite often, and Yrden, which we're not using as much. And 2% bonus experience from monsters. No critical hit damage bonus or critical hit chance or chance to freeze. So the question is, and I'll leave it in your hands, do you think it's worth equipping Malgrim for the extra damage? Or should I keep Adden Daith just because of the extra little bonuses that it's got? Not sure. My instinct is telling me probably just go with Malgrim, to be honest with you. But I'll let you guys decide for me. Why not? Should I keep Adden Daith or go with Malgrim? I won't sell it, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, definitely something worth bearing in mind. I will be backtracking occasionally to pick up lost items. Tracker's trousers. These are what I wanted to try on. How do they look? Ugh, hideous. Sell them. Okay. And these Assassin's Gauntlets are an upgrade. So I'm going to put it in. I'll put them on. They don't look too bad. And we now have a slot, which means we can install a if I can get to the right page. I can't see for looking here. Wrong page. Here they are. I can install a glyph, and we have just the job here. We have a greater glyph of Igni, 10% in Igni intensity. Well, we are starting to use that a bit more because we're starting to level it up. So let's stick that in there. Why not? Lovely. So just getting a few upgrades to our items. Very nice.
How can I help you?
Okie dokie, and this is another little faux pas that I made. I picked this up in Zemal's playthrough. You can actually play Gwent with this woman. We spoke to the blacksmith. She talked to us about looking at getting some sort of tool, some armourer's tool in Skellige to craft some nice armour. We didn't actually speak to her in person. And she plays Gwent. So we're going to play Gwent with her now.
Interesting lilt in your voice. You originally from Skellige?
Ardskellig. Spent my whole childhood in Holmstein.
Why'd you leave?
Always had a liking for the smithy. I'd sit there all day taking things in. The heat of the furnace, the smell of the hot steel, the pounding hammers. At 17 winters, my dad told me he could teach me no more, sent me out there into the world, bid me to hone my craft. A few years on, I had my master crafting papers. Then the war broke out and I landed here.
I think she has the same stock as her
What's
husband.
good?
I think that's her husband anyway. She has the same stock, but she does not have the same bloody stock. Are you having a flaming laugh? Look at this! Rugged saddlebags. Shit the beds, excuse my language, 70 maximum inventory weight. I think our current saddlebags are 30. Thank you, I'll take it. Holy cow. It's a good job I came back and talked to her. I didn't see that when I was looking at watching his playthrough. I just saw the fact that we could play Gwent and totally overlooked these kick-ass saddlebags. She has a lot of coin as well, so we're going to sell these hideous trousers to her. And we're going to keep the Temerian gauntlets just because they're part of a complete set. This is also a DLC downloadable set as well, so we're going to keep them. I think we have the rest of the set on. It's just the gauntlets that we've changed. I hope. I hope I haven't sold any of the other items. Although I might have done because I didn't realise before that we could actually use a stash.
Take care now.
You look awful.
Let me see here what I'm wearing. Temerian armour? No, the Temerian boots are gone. Shoot. Okay. Can't remember where I sold them either. But anyway, here we go. Yep, 30 there, 70 here. Switcheroo, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. We have now 130 carry capacity. Combine that with the fact that we have a stash. Never again, folks, shall we be quibbling over inventory space. Loot until your eyes bleed. That's the new strategy. Okay.